Okay. Sanna, thanks a lot for taking the time to meet me. I really appreciate it.
Yes, no
So, as we
problem.
discussed last time, that you tried the platform and you tested a few things. So, I would like to hear from you. How was your experience? What did you like? What you didn't like? And before you tell me that one, I would like to learn a little bit about how was your thought, or what did you think before you used the platform, that how, or by yourself, just when thinking about thesis plan or thesis, what kind of feelings you associated with? Is it easy, difficult, you don't know what to do? So how was your thought before you started using or tried platform, and how much it, so I'm throwing all so many questions. You can
Yeah.
speak up from the very beginning how you want to start. So
Yes.
tell me a little bit just about before using the platform. How was your thought? How did you think about it's going to be? So
Yeah. Well, basically, before I tried it out, I haven't I haven't been usually using AI that much, like in general for anything. So I don't know. I feel maybe that's why I feel a little bit like scared or stressed about using it because I don't know how to use it. Um, and then, but yeah, when you oh no, lights went out. But when you told me about this Aveksana, then I thought it could solve some of my problems with my thesis. And yeah, but I didn't know much about it, but it sounded good.
so
So
I would like to stop you briefly here, please.
yes,
So I would like to understand what were those problems that you were thinking that you have.
in my thesis.
Yeah, before you, we had a
Mm,
conversation, and
yes,
then you just mentioned that after you heard that how Aveksana works, what it does, then you thought of some of the problems it will help you
yes.
solve. So, what were those problems you were thinking about?
Yeah, for me, it was a lack of research and lack of articles that I can use in my thesis. It was very hard for me to find them without the AI, and I was struggling a lot with finding like relevant articles. Um, so that was my main problem, I would say. Yeah. Um, and yeah, then based on what you told me the first time, it sounded like it could help me a lot. So then I decided to try it. Um, and yeah, first when I opened it, I don't know. I feel always a little bit stressed about AI, so I also felt a little bit stressed when I opened it. Um, but it was nice to see that you can also try it for free, because for me at least, it feels like if I want to try a new AI and I don't know how it really works, then it's like already a huge investment if I buy something and then I see after I buy it, I see it like it's not good. So it's good that you can try it for free. Um, and there was like three options. It says that where are you right now in your research process, and then there are the three options you can choose. And I think it's nice that it says like what they actually do, but I was a little bit confused first that what should I choose from these. But then it says about the relevant literature um, in the second option, that is like I already had a research topic. So it was then easy when I just read all of the all of the things. I was like, okay, that makes sense. I have to choose this one. Um, and then it actually got me very good literature. That was my main problem, so it did help me a lot with that. Wait, can I see? Oh, I can see it here. Yeah, I just opened my uh the problem that I had here.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it did help me a lot. The first I did try it 2 times, and the first time it didn't work, but it might be because of my Wi-Fi. It just didn't load it completely. It was like loading for maybe 30 minutes, and then I
Okay.
gave up. But the second time, it did work. It took few minutes, but like not 30 minutes. So it was probably because of
That's good.
my Wi-Fi. Um,
Yeah, because when the processing is happening and there is connection interruption, then it gets stuck because it didn't have enough time to do the full processing.
yeah.
But typically, since you selected, you already have an idea, then
Yes.
it needed to evaluate quite many things. So it takes generally about 2 minutes, 3 minutes, depending on the complexity of idea, of course. It
Yes.
takes a few minutes only.
Yeah. And I did like the when you write your question in there, then it says that please make it longer or more specific. That was very helpful because well, first I didn't know like how it's gonna be when I typed the question in there, so I didn't know how like what's gonna be the result. Um, so it was good that it said that okay, please specify more, because of course it uses the credits and stuff like that. So oh no, the lights are gone again. But it was good that it told me that please make it more specific.
Yeah, the reasoning behind that one was that we want to help. Sometimes we think in a certain way and we write in a certain way. So
Yeah.
it kind of helps everyone to bring their ideas that I have in mind. So someone likes to write more, someone likes to write less. And there is always the optimal way of presenting something. So if we are working with ideas and we write a whole paragraph, then that's not good again because that's
Yeah.
too much. But
Yeah.
if we write only few words, then again that's also not good because that's too little to work with. So
Yeah.
kind of we thought of if we can help someone just stop and based on what they're writing. Okay, add more or remove some if it's too much, then try to clarify because sometimes we have this train of thought and we have a lot of things that we goes in mind. So if we can
Yeah.
just stop and okay, this and this, but let's take out all the noise from the core idea that we want to work on. So it helps just to all along we had this one mission that can we make everyone stop and think for 30 seconds? Because if we can do that, then we are confident that everyone who is doing research, they can come up with a good idea, they can think. It is just like needs to have some sort of a way which makes them kind of or prompts them to think and prompts them to stop and okay, let me think about this before I do or before I jump into writing or doing part. Let's think for 10 seconds or 30 seconds or 5 minutes. Because if we
Yeah.
can do that, then the output would be definitely much better.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
when you got since you selected the second option and you got this evaluation, were you happy with uh, the summary that it presents, how good your idea is, and what are the data and method you need to utilize? So those are again, it meant to help you think about it. It's not an answer. It's
Yeah.
giving you hints into how others have been doing it and what kind of resources data you might need. How helpful was that?
For me, it was um, well. I think the summary and the common research methods are good and relevant, but I think I had already um, looked those up. So for me, it was like, okay, I don't need it.
Yeah,
um,
yeah, you take
yeah,
what you need basically.
yeah. For me, it was the literature materials that saved my my thesis.
That's good.
Um, yeah, there were many articles that I then ended up quoting in my thesis. So it was very good. For some, of course, there were some problems that I couldn't then open the articles. Maybe they were behind a paywall or something. I had to purchase a book or something, but most of them were open and relevant. So yeah,
Yeah,
that
so at the
that was
moment we are working with open source. So one of the trick is, since you are at university and all
yes.
universities have this access to database. So if you
Mhm.
find something is not readily available or accessible, you can copy the title and put it into your library. Then if they have access to those, then because you have the full title, it will give you right away access to it.
Yeah.
And most probably they will have it because those are usually universities here in Finland. They have this, they acquire big database from journals. So
Yeah.
give it a try from that way. It's a small workaround, but
Yeah.
sometimes that's the trick. And since you focus on, for you, the literature and the theoretical framework is very important because you are
Mhm.
focused on educational science, or pedagogical framework are very important for you. And there is literature matrix. Did you try that one?
Which one?
Literature matrix in the literature section.
Ah, I actually did not try that.
If you can share your screen, I can quickly guide you there.
I think I see it. It's here, like right next to the literature materials. There's create a literature matrix.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the idea behind that one was, now you have this idea in your mind, some of the question that you want to answer. So you
Yeah.
can all the relevant articles that you found out here on Aveksana, and maybe also previous articles that you have gathered from elsewhere. What you can do, you can upload those articles there, and it extracts the key information such as theoretical framework, question they have answered, how did they answer it, that one, and what were some of the findings and implications. So now it helps, you can see visually what are the questions they answered, and then it helps you think, where does your question belong in those. So you can
Mm.
position your question among those questions. So now that creates a very so-called white space, or you are positioning your research in a way that is very practical, and also it also outlines clearly what is exactly the gap you are filling, what is the question for that. So if you read three other questions and they are saying they have answered this question and that question, then it immediately gives you idea why they didn't answer this and this question. And considering you already might have a question, you can now decide to keep the original question that you have in mind. But if you see that your original question is overlapping with others, then that gives you opportunity to now rethink your question. And
Okay.
then now you have a question that nobody has answered so far. And that's a very unique angle. That's very practical, because anybody who reads that thesis now, they will say, okay, so Sanna is answering this question. So others have been focusing on this, but this is the question that nobody has answered so far.
Mm.
And you position your research, even though it's a master thesis, still it's a conference level. It's a very practical research. Research does not mean that it has to be published in a journal. That's
Yeah.
one metric. But what is the core thing about research is that when somebody is reading it, they learn something from it. There is a practical value that it bridges the practicality, the gap between theory and practice. And having that question is really key to your research, because your supervisor will look at it and she will get it right away. Okay, this is very solid question that has been missed in this subject matter, in this field. And for us, we do not still provide a summary of any article. And the reason was we tested it for a very long time and we figured summarizing article is not the very good way to inform you about that article because it dilutes information a lot. And then sometimes you get good idea from that one or you get the full picture of what the article was about. Other times you don't get it. So reading the article, we have left that one to each one of you to decide whether you want to read full article or not. But once you have the glimpse of what the article is about by looking into question, theoretical framework, the kind of data they collected. So coming up with question was one thing that it helps you with. And second, now you can decide which article to read more and which one not. So it helps you with the prioritization as well. Because at the end, you cannot read all. You have to read just enough. So you
Yeah.
can now prioritize which 5, which 10, which 15, which 30 you want to read.
Yeah. And they still have the like the name of the article here. So I think that already tells you enough if you want to read it or not.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for you, I believe you have already written your proposal. Was it already done? You have done your proposal part or not yet?
No, not yet. No. It's still in
Okay.
progress.
So you can actually use our proposal builder there. So there are question based. So in the summary part where you see there is a write proposal, or from the menu part you can see proposal builder.
Right. That's true. Okay, yeah, I have to use that.
So
Yeah.
if you open, for example, question based, if you click on that one, so what we have built there, do you have access to it now?
Yeah, which page should I go now?
Can you please share your screen? I can
Oh,
guess.
yeah. Wait. How do I share it here? Okay. Here and then this one.
Yeah. So if you click on write proposal on the left corner.
Yes, wait. How does it work here? Oh, okay, I have to go here. Here.
Yeah. And then choose question based. That's the most practical one because the start with the blank document, it's like a Google Doc. So again, too wide. I would not recommend you to use that. Question based is the most productive one because it kind of gives you, so you know the concept of chunking, working on a small chunk at a time so that you don't get overwhelmed with everything at
Yeah.
once. So if you
Yeah.
click on that question based template,
Yeah.
and then it takes your article. So here I think you put your idea as a question.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So then I just continue.
Yeah. Here,
okay.
now you can, every chapter has been broken into a small subsection and questions. So you don't have to worry about whole introduction or theoretical framework at once. You can just focus on building the context first. And then the things that you think is important and why you want to work on that particular part, and answer one question at a time. So just to show you, can you click on the topic summary?
Yes.
Yeah, and just copy one sentence or two sentences from there.
From the answer.
Text area, yeah.
Yes. Like, oh, it's a long sentence.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
And now in the first question, just copy paste that one.
Like here.
Yeah. So let's say that you were writing, you were thinking, you have read some articles, and you started to draft your first. You were working on your first draft, your proposal. So you wrote a paragraph. The thought that is running in your head is how good this one is. will the supervisor accept it? What he
Mm.
is going to think about it? What she is going to think about it? Did I miss something? What did I miss if I missed something? So you have no way of, because when we are in a writing mode, basically we are monofocused. So we have this stream of thought and we are writing and we are just writing. So we
Yeah.
miss out things. Even though we read everything, we make note, still we miss out things. The you need now something that tells you what was missed, what is actually missing in this article, is sorry, this paragraph, and how good this argument is. So when you now click on evaluate my answer,
Mm.
so what it's doing now, it won't give you answer, but it gives you signals, it gives you
Yeah.
suggestions. So
Yeah.
it tells you what you did well and what is still missing in your answer.
Yeah.
So you don't have to like keep using this function, but if you do 2 times per paragraph per answer, for example, that helps you see the missing things in your argument. Because supervisor does the same thing. He or
Yeah.
she will read your thing and say, okay, you are missing this part, you are missing that part. And
Yeah.
this one already helps you think about all those things before you send your proposal to a supervisor. So this way, you are writing one part at a time. And at the end, when you write everything, you can answer. So today you had half an hour. You answer 2 questions, 3 questions, close it, come again after a while or next day, answer 2, 3 more questions. And slowly you will see in few days, you have a whole proposal finished. So when you click on number 8, implications and contribution, and let's say that this is the last section you answer, and if you
Mm.
scroll down a little bit, and then you click on view proposal. So once you have answered all the things, it automatically builds a proposal for you. You can
Okay.
simply share it with your supervisor from here, or download it and then share it via email, whichever method you prefer. So if you
Okay.
click on the page number up there, so this now yeah, that's your abstract section
Mm.
that comes from there. If you click again, then this is you have written now only this much. So it
Yeah.
organizes the content automatically. So the more you write, everything will be structured and organized. You don't have to do all those.
That's cool.
So like you are doing the most important thing that you are supposed to do, thinking about your research, writing, improving the argument, seeing what you missed. But when it comes to structuring it, that's not a skill, to be honest. That's a skill for someone who is studying graphics design, but that's
Yeah.
not a skill for someone who is studying pedagogy or engineering. So
Yeah.
that's something that we have kind of pre-built it. So based on whether you are using a PA style or IEEE or something, it automatically builds it. And then
Yeah.
from here, you can download and then share it with your supervisor, or you can click on
Mm.
share, you put the email and message for your supervisor and share it directly.
Okay. Yeah. And here I can probably edit it.
Edit
Okay.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
good.
you get feedback and then she tells you that okay, you need to improve this and this section. Click edit,
Mm.
back to that section, edit, improve everything, download again and send it.
Yeah. Okay, that's good that you show me this because I didn't know this existed. But
So
I
this
mean,
one, if you just spend about few days and it's like a, you can gamify it. It's like a playing a game. So every day you come, answer 2, 3 questions, and then
yeah.
close it and go, and come back again next day, answer 3, 4 questions and go. So like that, if you just do it, so about in 4 days or 5 days, or let's say you are doing one section at a time, it's still from Monday until Sunday, you'll finish the whole thing.
Yeah.
So no
Wow.
matter how difficult it might sound or how inconvenient, if you just say, oh, okay, whole proposal, I'm not worried about that one. Today, I'm just going to answer these 3 questions and close it. By the end of the week, the whole proposal is built.
Hmm. Yeah. It doesn't.
So we make you do things without you realizing it's too much of work. That was the idea, making it more fun, not difficult.
Yeah, this can be very helpful for a lot of people because sometimes it can be hard to try to write it in your document, but if you just write it in this text box here, it might seem a little bit easier, and then it's just like little piece by little piece. It can help, I think, a lot of people. Because sometimes doing a thesis might sound like very a big deal and scary. So this makes it a little bit more like relaxed, and you'll get to focus just in one question at a time. So it's I do like this. Yeah, probably
I'm
gonna
really
use
good
it.
to hear. Please do. And we are working on the next version. So probably first week of March, we will be launching that one. So that has also supervisor portal as well. We are discussing with Helsinki University to do a pilot there. So the
Mhm.
idea over there is once your proposal is accepted, and then finally your supervisor says that, okay, now you can start drafting the full thesis, work on a full thesis. Then
Mm,
the next phase, it will move into the next phase automatically. And then you just choose what is the template that university is following. Is it APA style or something else? Or you can upload a template from university. It creates a structure. And then from there, you just work on one chapter at a time. And
yeah.
all the these thinking tool that you need to check your argument, to to look into the more articles you want to curate, more articles to read to get more information. You have access to everything there. So again, same principle applies there. You don't have to worry about structuring this and that. You can focus on one chapter at a time, write it when it's ready. You just one click, share it with my supervisor. You share it. When they leave a comment, they can read your first chapter and leave a comment, and you will see all the comments just right next to it. And then you can.
Mm, yeah.
So writing email and then checking your inbox, all that is gone now. So we are trying to more make it more streamlined, more collaborative, where in real time, like taking more layers off. Because the more we add layers through email or something else, the more complicated the process becomes. The more
Yeah.
we can be simple, the easier it will be from both sides, students and supervisors. So meanwhile, you will finish your proposal. That version will be launched as well. So you will see the whole thing now very soon.
Yeah. That's very great. Yeah. Um, but yeah, overall, I think it is not as scary as I thought it would be.
That's good to
So
hear.
yeah, very positive experience for me, and yeah, and I did it did help me with a lot of my problems. So
That's good.
yeah.
One thing that I noticed in your thesis, so right now your idea is in the question form. So you might need to make it in the statement form. So usually
Mm,
thesis topic are in the statement form, not in the question. And the
yeah.
question that you have, you can save that one. That should go into the proposal where you need to come up with 2 to 3 questions, maybe two or maybe one. So that question can be brought into there, but the actual title needs to be in the statement form. So you can use again Aveksana to come up with convert that one into a statement form, or you can come up by yourself into the statement form.
Yeah, I think I put it here as a question just because I thought that it needs a question.
Okay.
uh,
Yeah.
uh, like in my thesis is not like in that the title is not that, but it's the same theme. But yeah,
Okay.
I just thought that I need to have a question for Aveksana, so it will answer me. I don't know.
And then, so with the Aveksana, the idea was you can put the idea in the
Okay.
statement form, and it understands question and a statement both. But
Okay.
then we are trying to encourage everyone to think in terms of like ideas. It's not
Yeah.
keyword,
Mm,
but ideas. So it could be a question as an idea, it could be a statement as an idea. But then we also want to encourage everyone to they can start exploration with a question, but when they move to a proposal, when they are ready for writing a proposal, then change the question into a statement, because the proposal will require the actual statement as an idea.
Yes, that's true.
Perfect. So
Yeah.
I'm really glad you liked it. If you did like it, then please do share it with your friends.
Yeah, I already did.
Okay, great. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, thank you so much. It did truly help me with my thesis. I was really struggling, so I'm very grateful that you taught me about this. Yeah.
I'm really glad we met accidentally there and then we got to
Yeah.
talk about it. So that's